time to take back Nerdom. Today, we are going to go through and try to we're going to try to make points. We're going to try to determine what's going to happen in the future of WandaVision. I don't know when we're posting this video, but I know that you may not see this until WandaVision's over and we're completely wrong. Come back and tell us we were fucking wrong.
Yeah, let us know, man. Y'all guys,
let us know
movies or something.
We were wrong as heck. But so your initial thought, we just rewatched the trailer 2 for WandaVision just to give us initial, I was trying to stay away from the trailer initially and try to give it try to stick to pure fandom episode by episode, not looking into blah blah blah, but sometimes you gotta. So that's what we're doing now. Kevin, give us your thoughts of where this show's gonna go.
Well, based on what I've seen from the two, I've only watched 2 episodes. I don't have no insider information. Based on the trailer and the 2 episodes that I've seen, I think they're going to continue to roll this sitcom theory for a little while. But I think at some point in time, that's going to go away. And part of this is my theory. I don't got any inside info on this. I think a lot of people have already theorized that Wanda created this. And while I agree with that, I don't think she's fully in control of it. I think there's an outside source manipulating her. And, because think about it, Wanda, from what we've known, the first time we ever seen Wanda was in, besides seeing her in the clip at the end of what was it, Winter Soldier? Was it Winter Soldier where they showed her the clip of the miracles, yes, they called her? The only time we actually seen her beyond that, before she was, at the end of the movies, was in Age of Ultron. And we know she was trapped. Their parents got blown up in Sokovia. And then they were took to Strucker, and Strucker tormented on them, experimented on them. To my knowledge, there was never any sort of little hint that they ever watched sitcoms. So to me, whatever is involved knows about sitcoms, and also knows how to torture her in certain ways.
Yeah, this is a show.
Yes. It's like the Truman Show. She's reliving the Truman Show over and over. It's different sets of the Truman Show. That's the big
thing. Who's broadcasting this? Is it Mephisto broadcasting this?
I don't know if Mephisto's broadcasting it, but I do believe he's involved.
Broadcasting the pain?
I believe as long as she feels happy by Vision, as long as she's with Vision, she's happy. And then all this stuff's going around. She's being exploited somehow.
Mephisto is exploiting her pain and manipulating her into doing this stuff. She's doing it. So Wanda, who's doing this to you? She's doing this stuff, but she's being manipulated and pushed mentally to continue doing this stuff. She is being something's going on. And I think, I'm sorry to bump into what my theory is going to be.
Oh, no, go for it, Adam.
I think Doctor Strange shows up. I think a bunch of madness stuff happens. Doctor Strange shows up to put it into it. Hey, Wanda, it's time to cut this shit. All this is fake. Your kids are fake. Her kids are going to disappear. And I don't think we're going to learn that Mephisto was behind it until, I don't know if we're going to learn about it until maybe Spider-Man 3 or until Doctor Strange.
Maybe we, as the viewers, learn about it, but maybe the characters don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because sometimes they do that. They'll show us something, but the characters don't know.
I don't think the characters learn about Mephisto until because they've already confirmed that Wanda is going to be the villain in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So she turns evil.
Who can turn her evil though? Mephisto. So that's why I keep saying Agatha is an agent of Mephisto.
In the comics and in House of M, when she creates the multiverse or she screws up the multiverse, whenever she finds out her kids are fake and a manifestation of Mephisto.
I got an idea. This is really far-fetched and it just popped up. And I'm throwing it out there because if this comes out right, I want to be the first one to guess it. What if the Soul Stone was anytime it got souls or whatever happened, what if Mephisto somehow was able to get the souls? Because in Marvel they already said, the Asgardians when they die they go to Valhalla. Well, so we've already discovered that depending on where you die in the MCU, you go different places. Well, maybe the way Mephisto gets his powers was through the Soul Stone. Well, now the Soul Stone is destroyed, he doesn't have a lot of power anymore. So he's having to look to a secondary source. Maybe he's realized that through Wanda's power, he can gain power. So maybe in that aspect, because in all of lore, you always have some sort of a devil or demon,
Yeah.
and most of them always need souls to be powerful. And maybe that cut off his supply chain, so he's ticked off. So then he finds Wanda, and he's going to use her through his agents and manipulate her to get what he wants. And maybe he's doing all this to make her feel really happy, just to take everything away from her, and then make it to where she blames humanity and kills everybody. Maybe wipes out percentages of something.
Yeah.
And and that would be kind of a tie-in to, Adam here was the first to come up with the idea that maybe this was a House and M tie-in. And then I torted back that maybe this is also not only a House of M, but a Phoenix resurrection based on the whole, 3 years ago, we had this Marvel story of Phoenix resurrection, where Jean come back, where she was freaked out. So she created this pocket reality and trapped everybody in it. So, I think it's playing off both these two.
I had this whole theory on the Phoenix Force. I wonder if Phoenix is too powerful for the MCU. I wonder if they're even going to bring in Phoenix. I bet, but I don't know if Phoenix Force even actually has Phoenix or Jean Grey in it. I think they're just called that because the X-Men come back from space to repopulate the Earth during the X-Men versus Avengers thing. They come to repopulate the Earth with mutants, because mutants have been the memory of mutants in X-Men versus Avengers. The memory of mutants have been wiped from Earth, and they go off to space. Which we have Guardians of the Galaxy coming, Thor: Love and Thunder coming, so all kinds of space stuff that could tie into why the mutants may feel the need to come back and repopulate mutants on Earth.
That, or what if Wanda is the reason mutants come to be? What if they flip the script? Instead of her wiping out 90% of the mutant population in the comic books, she creates the mutant population. And as far as Phoenix is concerned,
Phoenix
is an
hurts
entity.
though.
Phoenix is an entity.
Think about
you don't have to bring her in, but
do you
Phoenix
think
is the life entity.
Does that mean
around somewhere?
I guess there's gonna be a multiverse. That's the whole problem. The problem is they've already spoiled that we are getting a multiverse. That Spider-Man 3, we're having multiple Spider-Mans. That Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. They are spoiling that there's a multiverse.
Well, they had to do this because.
So I'm so mad about it, because how do we get the old X-Men? Because the age doesn't make sense. How are we going to have Wolverine? We just won't have Wolverine. We just won't have fucking...
No. If it's a multiverse, then maybe...
But when does it happen?
Maybe whatever Wanda does merges two multiverses together. And maybe the multiverse over here
and
has
shit
the
just
X-Men
appears.
and the Fantastic Four.
And shit just appears, right?
Well, I know you're saying that. This sounds so shoehorned, okay? As a movie fan, you'd be like, man, that's simpleton writing. But honestly, think about it.
Yeah.
How else could you do it?
It'd be like a reverse.
Would you rather?
Oh, it's a reverse snap.
Yeah.
It's like when the blip happens.
It's not even a snap. She
But it's
probably
like when the
busted holes in the multi. Just think of it this way. Maybe we're on one universe this whole time. And in this particular universe, there was no Fantastic Four. There was no X-Men.
Yeah.
We just had the MCU. Well, at the end, we were talking about time travel. We never talked about multiverse.
Yeah.
We were talking about time travel. Well, maybe because she has chaos magic, maybe something happens in this series that just makes her so mad. She releases so much power that she punches a hole in the multiverse. And that's what leads into the Doctor Strange. But not just our universe, but in another. And then when Doctor Strange in the movie has to fix it, the only way he can repair it is to create it as one. And then you have, because what would you rather have? Would you rather have a brand new Fantastic Four that's just come out. They're young.
No.
You're not going to want that. People want the definitive Reed Richards. People want the definitive X-Men.
Yeah.
You can't get it by rebooting it to the kids. And then you're going to be like, well, wait a minute. I thought X-Men and Avengers were around together. The only way that can make sense would be if you brought them in from another multiverse and and made it as one. And then, there's rumors flying around that RDJ will come back.
Woo!
And there's also rumors
Captain America come back.
They already got a rumor floating around that he's already signed on.
Yeah.
He's acting coy on Twitter. But you know what? $30 million dropped off at your mailbox might turn coy into a yes.
And when Dr. Doolittle does horrible, you may come back to Avengers.
Oh, and it did horrible. And I mean, the whole thing with that is Robert Downey Jr. doesn't have to work out hard. He doesn't have to be physically taxing. Most of his Iron Man is CGI. And I mean, I think if they bring these people back, they will be supporting characters in the major movies. Because Kevin Feige did say, you quote this on me, they were going to have another Avengers movie. So if you're going to have another Avengers movie, you're not going to throw in some people that were never Avengers together and say this is Avengers. You're going to have Avengers. So I feel they're going to bring these people back because everybody wants the mustache bros. We only got to see them once. They want this. And I think this is a prelude to another big group that people love down the road. I know I'm jumping ahead of myself. The Illuminati. The Illuminati was
the Illuminati.
Well, you had Illuminati was Reed Richards. It was Xavier. It was Doctor Strange. It was who else? Help me out here a little bit. It was like a big group of them. Black Panther was one of them. It was like a society.
I don't know the Illuminati.
Well, in the comic books, they had a group named the Illuminati, and they were like supposed to
I've heard of
gauge threats beyond the earth, whether it be spiritual, magical, whatever, and just try to gauge what they can do about it. And they kind of kept this close to the chest, so they didn't share it with their members of their normal group. In other words, Xavier didn't really tell the X-Men what the Illuminati was talking about. Black Panther never really shared. That's why they were called the Illuminati. They were a secret group that kind of went together. However, I think now that they've did this Thanos thing and it worked, Disney knows what kind of cash cow this is.
Yeah.
And the only way you can go from here is blow it up. Just go ahead and bring more crap in here. Go ahead and bring everything to the fold.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this. I'm tired of Disney and Sony jacking you fans up. Part of Take It Back and Nerdom, we're not letting these people jack us around. I still believe, and I'm going to call it now, that Sony and Marvel are going to stay teamed up. This whole, we're not going to work together anymore, that was just to get y'all worked up. You will see Venom and Spider-Man together at one point in time.
Oh, yeah.
It will happen.
Yeah.
It will. Don't let people fool you on that one.
Do you agree with us? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to share, subscribe, do all you can to help us take back Nerdom.
I go to art house cinemas several nights a week. I blog about the classics and buy the DVDs. Directors don't know who I am or care that I exist, but I defend their work for hours at parties when I'm pissed. Media, I gave you all the best years of my life. I tell the world about you on social network sites. When I'm not consuming you, I'm telling others too, and wishing I could hang around the people who make you.